I'm Cyndi Lee, and today I'd like to tell you a little bit about the kind of yoga that I teach, which is called Om Yoga. Om Yoga is actually a natural evolution of my own practices, and it evolved over a period of some decades, actually. I was a professional dancer for a long time, and then I began studying very seriously with my guru, Galak Rinpoche. And these two practices merged within me. And at a certain point, I asked Rinpoche if it was okay for me to share things I'd learned from him as I taught yoga. And he gave me approval for that. And eventually this clarified into the practice that I call Om Yoga. Om Yoga has three parts, just like Om does. Om means the union of body, speech, and mind. Om Yoga has vinyasa, alignment, and the meditation practices of mindfulness and compassion. So let's look at those a little bit. Vinyasa is often thought of as flow or moving with breath, but we can also remember the actual definition of this word, which is to place in a special way. And there's so much to look at there. It means that it's not just about what we do, but about how we do what we do. It means that when we place something, the next thing is a natural unfolding. It means that if you want a peony, you plant a peony seed. If you want a tomato, don't plant a peony seed. So we take care, we take attention onto how we do what we do. You can also think of vinyasa as having three parts: arising, abiding, and dissolving. And the dissolving of one thing is the arising of the next. So it's not just about position and next position, but the part in between. The in between becomes just as interesting as the moment of arrival. And that in between reminds us of impermanence. It reminds us of interdependence. And vinyasa is always just fun. It's also a good way to get coordinated, to get sweaty, to have a good time, to get your movement zones out, and to get a little bit more graceful. So that's the first part. The second part is alignment. Alignment really requires at least two things that are either in harmony or they're not in harmony. So we look at obvious alignment of skin and muscles and bones, but we also look at ourself. You know, when you come to yoga, you're often like this. And after yoga, you're like, ah. And you feel a sense of alignment with your world. So what about that kind of alignment? What about aligning your aspiration with your action? And we look at all of that as we align in Om Yoga. And the third aspect are the Buddhist meditation methods of mindfulness and compassion. Mindfulness means a conscious placing of your mind and relates again to placing in a special way. And compassion is when we drop down into the heart and we feel our own goodness as the place to start for recognizing goodness in other people. So vinyasa, alignment, and the meditation are like a braid that's all woven together. And that's what happens in every class of Om Yoga.